remember what it does.
Alright, so yeah, we're back with the Mokhul Empire, and we are currently trying to convince Todd to do the catch-up.
I don't know. I'd love to, but I just don't know.
Alas! As Rocket said, because it's been 2 weeks, he's now lost all sense of what's happened in this campaign from literally only 14 days absence.
Absolutely.
So shall I start you all off?
Yeah, go.
I barely remember my own history, let alone the character's history.
I got this, okay?
Alright.
Oh, go on. I was going to start us off.
So we woke up in the pub.
Correct.
And somehow we figured out where to go. I don't remember that part, but we figured out where to go, and where to go was right through the cum gate.
Jizz gate.
Through to the lair of the something or another king. He's really into candles.
Yeah, the jizzy spooky boy.
He's really big on candles. He's like the candle king, or the candelabra king, or the
Chandelier.
The chandelier king. You know what's on chandeliers? Candles. Anyway, we went through his lair, and there's like a bunch of spooky, scary stuff, like people that got turned into wax, and they scream if you touch them, and reduce your maximum hit points. And then we fought some dogs. Yeah, I do remember the dogs. I don't know if there was anything else other than that. We've killed the dogs. Then we
creepy here as well from.
Then we ran into sarcophagi.
Spooky.
And obviously we are grave robbers. We've robbed a number of graves throughout this campaign. So we decided to rob these graves. And as we did that, a bunch of undead rose from the ground. Which we're also well versed in killing, because again we do rob a lot of graves. But the biggest undead was the demi-lich that came up.
Spooky!
It was very spooky, and it did some save or you die moves, which thankfully we all saved against. And we killed it. We killed the spooky skull and got the loot, and that's when the session ended.
And it emitted at least 3 mugs of blood.
No, that is not where the session ended.
Spooky skull. What? Of course it is. We looted the magic loot, and then I think we summoned the mansion to rest.
No, you didn't. You headed south after you headed back out of the Demi-Lich's lair, and then you found a wagon. Inside the wagon, you found some crates. Because remember, the wagon was covered in wax, absolutely surrounded it, and you didn't really uncover much of the wagon other than the doors, and Elzif snuck inside, found a crate full of silver, but couldn't quite get much of the wax off to notice any logos or any kind of anything like that, and found that there was a corpse of a human in the corner, and as it started to kind of shake or move, you were like, I'm out of here. Then you headed further south around a tunnel and began to cross a narrow...
Oh, yeah, the spooky, scary tree.
Yes, and you saw a tree that was lit and a flame from the inside, and as you started to approach it, it moved, it turned, and found out it was a humanoid, like a treant or something like that. And as it moved to watch you, Elzef, around you in the murky waters underneath the bridge, these zombies with all of the moss and all kinds of weeds growing out of them just climbed up and out of the water, and that's where we ended.
Weird, spooky.
Okay, quick question for everyone else. Did anyone remember the tree? Am I brain damaged?
No, I actually do, to be fair. So the joke's on everyone but me.
I unfortunately didn't get much of the catch-up because I just kept getting distracted by Todd's spooky.
Well, we're fighting a tree rocket. Get with the times. Cum gate is over. This is tree gate now.
I do require initiative from you all, though.
All about the spook. I can't see my token for some reason.
I'm all about.
Am I the only one who can see the spooky, scary token, or can everyone see the spooky, scary?
You're up here.
I'm going to switch.
I can see it.
Hang on, I'm going to switch my web browser.
I hate it when you do that, Liam.
Well, I had to because Todd couldn't find it.
I'm going to
That's
switch
his
my web
own
browser.
fault.
Todd is a grown-up. He can handle himself.
You're all very spooky.
Is there a session on Halloween? Is Halloween on a Tuesday? No.
Then we can theme the next one.
Oh, not even Sundays is on. There won't be any spooky D&D.
He's just looking for an excuse to get his wig on again.
I don't have it anymore. I threw it out. I keep telling you.
Okay, he's looking for an excuse to buy a new wig.
Maybe that's one of the Prime sale. I'd buy one.
And that last thing he said was a flat-out lie.
Look how much happiness these 13 euros got you. Like, even 2 years later, you're so happy about it.
Dead happy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've just bought them things from Amazon. I could use them.
I created a quite profitable OnlyFans account from that image alone. 11 years.
I don't know if we're going to do a Halloween special, but we'll check.
We can't. It's not a Tuesday.
Ah, sorry, we can't do it.
We could rearrange that week, though. I mean, there's that. I'm nearly there.
No, we don't have to do it on Halloween.
Just to have a Halloween. D&D
I could do
episode.
a Halloween special on the 3rd, so that's completely fine, or the 27th. I mean, this world suits itself that you're currently in to Halloween, so we could do something like that. But anyway, currently we are in combat, and we start with Old Man Macro.
We do. Map hasn't even fucking loaded in for me yet. Beautiful. Sky, sort your fucking shit out.
Sorry, I've just rolled my initiative, and it's actually a 24.
Oh, alright, Chester goes first then.
Chester goes first.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
Time to use
will
some
be.
spooky spells. Right, I don't know where anything is except for that tree that's down there, and I can't see that tree. Am I missing any sight?
You can see the tree, because it's a light, right?
It is, but I've got loads of darkness in the meantime.
Yeah, so you can see the tree, and it's light, but you can't see, in between.
Okay, Chester's going to run this way. Catch up, gents. Keep or toodle pip. Aha. What's this thing here? A spooky skeleton.
This thing is this. Let me make the token larger. What's the button to make it large again?
It's okay, Liam. Not everyone can get it large on the first attempt.
Thank you. Fuck's sake.
Oh, it's a
I've
pirate.
got a pineapple for a head.
Oh, I'd like to say that's not pineapple. I'd like to say that's greenery.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's a tropical skeleton.
he's a pina colada skeleton.
Look, this might look like a spooky, scary cave, but the temperature actually very tropical.
Oh, let's see what Chester's got then.
Is it wearing anything metal at all?
Let me check. It is not.
Okay, well, wow. I'm gonna... I bet it's immune to charm as well. That is poopy. I'm gonna whack a fairy fire. Probably, I would say, as far away from it as I can, just to see if I can catch everything else. Let me see if I can draw a cube quickly, if you don't mind, Liam.
Sure.
Probably about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fairy fire, whack it there.
Alright, yeah, and immediately as you cast Fairy Fire, there's a burst of light revealing that area. You don't see anything else in that area other than the thing marching through the marsh below. As its footfalls go, it's like slop, slop, as it brings up the sticky liquid that is the water beneath you, and you manage to Fairy Fire that one.
And I will explain someone. Probably Orwin. Look out, Orwin. Pretty spooky, right? And I will end my turn there.
Alright. Macron, now it is your turn.
Macron. Can't really do anything from here. He's a fucking miles away. Right, so how many movement do I get? I get 8 and then 16 if I dash. So 1. Oh my god, this is gonna be all. This is 1, 2.
Oh, so you're walking on the bridge. The bridge here is about 10 to 15 feet. Like 15 feet in the middle, where it arcs over. Higher than the water.
15, I'm in his grill at least. Giant Kopesh ready to kick his head in.
Alright, so you've charged across.
With him being a particularly big spooky boy, I'm probably going to use my bonus action to rage.
Alright.
Roar. And that is the end of his go.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so these things, you, Orwen and Chester can hear them coming, but can't see them until they move into range. This one goes under the bridge. This one moves to here. And the three to your left, Orwen, you can just barely see them on the edge of your vision. These creatures begin making kind of like a mockery sound of what it sounds like for a cat to bring up a fur ball, and then you see something wriggling up their rib cage into the holes in their throat, and there's just an explosion, a burst of wriggling parasites explode out into the air all over you, and you have a total of 1, 2, 3. A total of...
You know, maybe you could consider wearing yourself a mask over there.
Orwen.
Topical.
Orwen, I need you to write down... I'll write down a number, actually. 20. So you have these horrible grey black leeches stuck to your body, immediately lock on, and as you're trying to like fight them off, they're finding crevices, bits underneath your armour, up onto your neck, and every bite is like a little sting of an insect. And then that's the end of their turn. Orwen, at the beginning of your turn, you take 20 necrotic damage.
How wonderful.
Your turn.
Here's a question for... I suppose I might just have to... Maybe I have prior knowledge. If you are grappled by a creature, and you misty step, they don't come with you, and they don't hold on. Do I feel like the same might apply to these things? Things that are technically grappling onto me?
Yeah.
Then I will misty step.
Alright, immediately, as they misty step, they begin moving to Chester.
Huh.
Hey, you're spooky.
See you later. And then I'm probably going to firebolt one of the things. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I will firebolt the one closest to me under the bridge, this one.
I swear I had better vision last session.
No, you all had only 20 feet, because that's what the cavern does. Ooh! Let me check something. Yeah, that's a good solid hit. Parts of its body set on fire.
I think that's me.
And you notice that as the fire hits it, the leeches that this one had falling over shoulder burn away, slop into the water.
Excellent.
Exquisite.
Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
The big clown boy over here, he's a tree, but
He
he's
looks
also
like
on fire, right?
Yeah, he looks like he's on fire from the inside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Alright, so Elzif, you're up.
Quick information, if you ever see a tree that looks like it's on fire from the inside, don't approach it, because it could explode. Well, the cannon shoots the tree.
Alright.
As it goes. With a laser beam.
Pew pew pew!
Pew.
4, 9.
That's a hit.
It's a hit. And then Elsa firebolts the tree.
Okay.
What 29?
It just merges with the flames, washes up it, does nothing to it.
Okay, I thought that was an option. I also thought it could be very effective because it is a tree-type Pokemon. But apparently it's plant fire.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Laniris.
Does that make it weak to fire? Or is fire resistant to fire?
I've literally just mentioned that it's immune.
No,
What about
he
Pokemon
thinks in
terms?
Pokemon terms right now.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Laniris, your turn.
Yes, where did I see Alwyn disappear to after his misty step because I can't see him currently.
Then you can't see him.
I didn't hear anything or oh thank God or something after he emerged there.
No, you heard the usual kind of like the mist of the misty step, but that's about it. You didn't hear where he went.
And what else have I heard from around, like, down below? Because I can see a few things there, but have I heard anything else?
Like I said, you've heard like that sloshing of the creatures moving in the water ahead of you, Although you can only see one at the edge of your vision.
I see 3.
That's very true, you do. I was just looking at the ones on the left. But
okay. I will step over here and send a fireball down there.
A fireball?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't hit Chester. I assume that's a bit down, right?
Yep. Where are you aiming? Down or to the right, sorry?
Well, I can't really see where I want to aim, so...
Okay.
I think... Shape on the map.
Okay.
Well, like that. And then down in the water.
Alright, Owen, can you make a dex save with advantage? You've got cover, but... Alright, so you still take 23 fire damage.
I guess at least now I hear an ouch to signify where he is.
Yeah, now you see where he is, for sure, as it lights up the cavern.
So could you tell me? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, like, here.
Okay.
Yeah, and you've actually destroyed one and done quite a bit of damage to quite a lot of them. Not that you've seen that, but as the fireball lights up the cavern, you do see you've set fire to about 5 of them.
Okay, do we see any more down there?
Yeah, a bunch.
Okay, I'll back up a bit then.
Alright. Alright, so after Lineros' turn, the Trient moves forward. Looks like the first is going to miss if you want to do something about it, Macro.
I shall let it hit me possibly by dropping my AC by 5.
It hits. You're going to regret
It's
that.
15, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to regret that. So that's 15 bludgeoning and 29 fire.
15 bludgeoning, so is that 15 halved?
Yep, that's already halved. And then it's
already halved.
Yep, and then its second arm comes in and cracks you. Like a full-on battering ram of a punch for an additional 13 bludgeoning and 26 fire.
Trying to total up some damages for me. So what that's 39. What was the first one?
It's 28 bludgeoning in total, and 55 fire.
Right, so 65 off 4. What I've already taken. That's correct.
Yep.
Oh shit! I had such low health. Yeah, this guy's not fucking around.
Then you do get your reaction to hit it if you want.
Yeah, it'd been pretty silly if I didn't do that. After just letting him fucking nail me. 16, that's gonna miss, I think.
No, it hits.
Oh, good then. 23.
Mm-hmm. Yep, cut off a chunk of the timber, the petrified timber, and then it doesn't seem to care about you and just moves off. If you want to, you've already used your reaction to do that, haven't you? So,
Yes.
He moves away. Gets there.
I don't want him to be there.
No. Okay. Chester. Looks like a ton of leeches are coming your way.
Filthy leeches.
Filthy lech.
Oh, there is a ton.
Out of the darkness, Lineros, you just see this squirming mass land at your feet and attach to your leg.
Okay. Nothing I can do about it?
No. Doesn't look like it.
That's not very nice.
There's another insta-death curse. Leeches.
And
Say no attack roll.
no, it's just their special ability. It's just
Low, you can't do shit.
and Chester, 14 of them attached to you.
Filth.
That's their turns. Chester, it's your turn. At the beginning of your turn, you take 14 necrotic.
Me, yeah?
Yep. As the leeches begin siphoning your blood.
Ugh.
Notice they're getting quite fat and juicy.
How many mugs are there?
Sorry?
Don't worry, I just said how many mugs have they taken. Can I move as normal?
Yeah, you can move as normal, but you notice there's a massive squirming leeches to your left. That's what that black squiggle is.
Could I attempt to blow them away from me with a confetti explosion?
If you're willing to target yourself, I guess.
I mean, I can center it on myself anyway without taking any damage, so would that be alright?
Sure, you can try. Where are you placing the confetti explosion?
I'll center it on myself. So wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a con save.
Okay, yeah. So there's a 15-foot cube. You can hit some targets here if you want to place it correctly.
What, as in some filthy targets as well? Yeah, let's do that actually. If I move and do stuff as well. So if I problem is if I won't get the other leeches if I move too far away.
Yeah, that's true.
But if I move... this is a tough call. Can I get down this rock fairly easily?
You can slide down it, but you're not going to be able to get back up easily.
Okay, I'm not going to bother then. I'm going to go I'll go here, and then I'm going to blow the leeches in every direction yonder way.
Alright, cool.
And I will... Are you kidding me? Did I actually do that? Ugh.
What?
I X'd my character sheet. Excuse me.
It's okay, because I mean, they got 1 hit point, so I'm assuming you're going to destroy them.
I'm going to blast it, yeah. I was even I'm just going to go skadoosh, like so.
Yep, so poof, killing all the leeches on you and around you. That works?
You. And then I will explannerbrag. Owen's still got his, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I will explanerbrag Elzeth. I think. Go over here and help me, you useless piece of shit. He's getting angry now, he hates leeches.
I mean, who does like leeches?
Yeah,
alright.
Is there any person that's really into leeches? Wouldn't that be really weird?
Alright, Macro. Currently, you are bruised and burnt all over your body from those 2 strikes. It felt like being hit with a flaming battering ram.
Yeah, Makarov's cindering a bit, I think. He's going to get a little bit of revenge, he feels like. Is he bounced this scumbag twice? Yeah, Alzeth, I'm on Deathstalker. As he'll swing at the arm, roll between its legs, and then try to smack it in its back.
I'm assuming this is reckless, so you keep forgetting to say so.
Yes, it is. Liam, you absolute gem.
Yeah, they're both solid hits then.
Sweet, and that's the end of his go.
Yep. Okay, so Chester, those ones that vomited the leeches beforehand begin to climb up and approach.
Come on then. Let's go.
This one will actually dash to here. So it looks like only one's going to strike out at you. It looks like it misses. It brings its fist up and goes to grapple and bite, but you just push it out of the way as the others begin to try to surround you.
Come on then, you fucking tropical zombie pieces of shit.
Alright, Alwyn, your turn.
I'll try a heightened hold monster.
On the Trent.
The big thing, yep.
Yep. Alright, the tortured Trient gets it's a wisdom saving throw, is it not?
Yeah.
Damn it! The heighten is what ruined me. It rolled very high for its main roll, but rolled a 15 for its second roll, so it is held.
Lovely jubbly.
I hate that spell so much.
I think I'll go the quicken firebolt as well on one of the things near Chester.
Alrighty. And it kills as it strikes it, just blows it into like fire and falls against the bank, rolls down into the marsh.
I'm also gonna move back a little bit and just prepare for the Gandalf moment.
That's actually, yeah. The bridge looks like the Khazad Doom.
Yes, we've also got some shadowy fire monster as well.
It's very true. I did not plan that to look like the Balrog, but
I can't believe Liam is ripping everything off.
Oh, Elzef, it's your turn.
Elzef uses Shocking Grasp on the tree.
Alright, you get advantage, which is just a good strike.
But the tree is wearing metal armor?
Well, no, it's paralyzed. So.
Oh. Okay, 28.
Is it auto crit?
Is it an auto crit on paralyzed?
Yep. If you're within 5 feet.
No? Okay. Well, that's another 48 then. Oh, that's another 5d8 because I use Arcane Firearm. So that's another 20 damage.
Oh. As you do, it's like a tree that's been struck by lightning. Cracks travel up it and part of its arm falls off and falls into the water, giving it only one attack.
Okay, and then the cannon goes 5 feet back and shoots. I closed the sheet for the cannon. I'm
naturally.
Fool. I'm like Todd.
How?
That's a hit though.
For 5 damage. 5 measly damage!
Hey, every little damage counts, alright?
And I end my turn.
Alright, okay, so Laneros, at the start of your turn, these leeches begin siphoning blood from you for 8.
No save either. So rude.
Mm-hmm.
So what have I seen happening with these leeches generally so far?
That they seem to attach to you, and then they like wriggle and climb. They've got these small little legs, unlike normal leeches. And as you look down at like trying to grab one, another just bites onto your elbow, onto parts of your veins on your arms. They've got small beady black eyes that run at the top of their body, and they look to be slightly skeletal. They've got tiny, like small, like fish bones in its semi-translucent body. They are definitely like siphoners, but they seem to be immediately getting fat. They've like you see a stream of your blood go into its body immediately, but they don't seem to be done yet.
All right. Well, very similar to what happened before. I will Misty Step then.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I do that, you said they land at my feet.
And then they climbed onto your legs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So these were coming from the little assholes that were being blasted. How far did it seem like they could launch these things at us?
You saw the one do it to you just at the edge of your vision, about 25 feet.
Okay. This stalactite that I'm standing next to.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is it?
It goes about maybe 30 feet into the air.
Okay. Is there enough handhold to like teleport up and then hold on with one hand while standing on it?
I would say it looks rather slick and shiny. Like there isn't much to hold on to. But if you want to give me a check, I'm more than welcome to let you do it.
Well, in that case, I'll take the bridge instead.
Bridge of Khazad Doom.
So I'll misstep onto the bridge.
Alright.
And try and get some... sorry, that was the wrong position. Somewhere over there.
Yeah, right. It would have been brilliant if you both like, and you just went in.
How far down is it?
About 15 foot where Orwin is and about 10 foot where you are.
Okay. And then firebolt the paralyzed guy.
Alright, so as the...
We know... Never mind, I'm not dumb.
Yeah, I was good. If we're talking about Pokemon, one would say that seems super effective. And as it does, the parts of the flames inside of it go out. Like you see parts of the flames on its broken arm begin to just die down.
Alright, and it will have disadvantage. On its next save.
On its next save?
On its next attack, sorry, if it doesn't save.
Oh, I was going to say. Alright, so at the end of its turn, it will roll a wisdom save. Of course I'm going to fail now. What DC was it?
18.
Alright, it rolled a 17. Okay, this fairy-fired this fairy-fired zombie moves up to Chester. This one, 2, 3, 4, moves there. You are surrounded, Chester, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And one of them pulls at you, but you fight it off. And then the next grabs the arm that you're pushing him away with and bites deep. A bone-crunching bite for 17 piercing.
Oh my god. Nay.
I need you to make a con save.
That I can do. Bang averagely, I'll tell you that for free. Con save.
It isn't a high one. Yep, you pass.
Oh.
You will not. You don't get the T-virus. Alright, Chester, it's your turn.
Okay, it's my go.
Uh-huh.
Choices. I either fuck him up royally for good, or I'd fuck him up averagely for average. What do you reckon?
No, it's your choice.
I was asking the party at large, but they don't care right now.
No, they're just like, we'll leave Chester to just be eaten.
Oh yeah, Chester is getting eaten. What?
He's gonna center another. Yeah, they're not worth a gangbang blade. I'm gonna blow them up with this.
Alright.
Famous last words, they're not worth X spell.
Yeah, and then he dies.
No, they're good hits. So you blow this one up that way, this one up to here, and deal good solid damage to the others.
Cool. I will then. I'll end my turn there for the moment, I think, and just save my last Excalibur just in case I want to make a snarky comment.
Oh, the one to the north you actually blew apart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not worth a gangbang blade. That would have been a massacre.
Oh yeah, you'd be safe.
That's true, but I can always heal myself up mad ting next turn, basically to full, because I've got not full hit points. Anyway, I'll end my turn.
Alright. Macro!
I need to keep remembering to unmute myself. Macro continues to wail away at this thing until he inevitably drops dead next turn. Recklessly, of course, as usual. Oh, that's a crit!
You're muted, Rocket, if you were saying something funny.
Nothing funny, I was just reminding about the reckless.
Yep.
Alright, beautiful. But gentlemen, with that crit, do you know what that means?
Is that a smite?
Oh, press the wrong fucking button because it's scrolled up. Smite!
Boom.
So 13 plus 6, another 30 damage. Nice. There's a flash of light, and it's like you're a lumberjack cutting down this tree. It falls to one knee, cannot move because it's paralyzed, and just kind of topples like a stiff figurine to the side. And then your last attack.
Get you flaming woody fucker. And oh yeah, still needs another attack. I was that excited after the crit on that one. I forgot to swing at it again.
Remember
Swings
to
at it again.
Yep, and then remember to remove
20.
the smite counter. Remember, because our sheets don't automatically remove.
I do it as a click it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, cool. And then that you bite down with your Kopesh deep into the heart. There's a spout of flame that feels like you've just opened like a massive kiln or like an oven door. You move out of the way, and it's just moving ever so slightly, with a flickering of an ember inside of its mouth.
And Macro ends his turn, as he can't finish it off quite yet.
Chester.
Yo.
This one of these zombies moves up to you. Oh man, grabs hold of you, and as you try to fight it off, its teeth sink into your neck for 15 piercing.
Filth.
Remember, before I tell you, you can use your reaction to lower its attack. Remember, you've got.
Yeah, no, I'm saving it for the death blow.
Ah, okay, and that was that group's turn. So, Orwin.
Seeing Lanieros's attack be quite effective, I'm going to Cone of Cold it.
He frees it into a statue.
Lovely.
Macro puts his foot through it to shatter it to try and justify him getting the fucking killing blow on it.
No, if there was such a thing as overkill, you would have got it.
Yep. The only free cantrip I have is Firebolt, so it had to be.
Alright. Any movement?
And speaking of Firebolt, I will quicken one and whip it at Chester's vicinity to help him out.
All right.
Nice.
Boom.
Solid hit, killing the one to the south.
Thank you.
This is from like anyone's outside view. This fight is like looks incredible in the dark. There's flashes of fire and just beams of blue energy, and you guys just die down and disappear, and then there's fire again and flashes of light. Crazy.
You all know.
Yeah, and confetti just flowing away in the wind.
White.
Flaming confetti snowing down around you all.
Just imagine, like, in the last alliance of elves and man when they fight Sauron, all the fire and death and just, like, a tiny confetti explosion somewhere.
Right, Elsef, it's your turn.
Well, the critters killed the fucking tree. 5...
Mate, what?
I mean, Rocket was also involved.
Yeah, a little bit.
Elsef, like, squeezes past
Not that you didn't do 80 damage to it.
and has the death machine shoot this man. For 11.
Yep, perfect hit.
And then does an arc bolt.
What, to all of the zombie-zoms?
Yeah, on this one first.
Which is... a fail?
Okay, so it takes 21. And then it jumps to this one.
Yep. For 24?
Yep.
Kills it.
And then jumps to the last one for only 9.
Alright, that's a good hit.
And Elsef's turn.
Alright, so we're up to Laneros. It's your turn.
Yep. These things have been affected properly by fire, by the fireball and everything. Seemed pretty effective, right?
It did seem pretty effective, yes.
Right, then fireball, the one next to Chester.
Yep, bursts into flames, hits the ditch to the left and rolls down into it.
Thank you.
Look around. See no other threats apart from Chester's way, and just stay here.
Okay. And just at that moment, you hear a clambering and a groaning as one begins to run up the ditch up to here. Has to dash annoyingly to get there, but this one does not. And it moves in and goes to bite Chester.
Wait a second, because you look like you were better off on the crack.
Causes it to miss as it tries to bite you. It actually briefly stops. And then comes in for more, but misses, obviously. And then it's Chester, it's your turn.
I'll hit him with another big booming confetti explosion. Pew! Oh, another 20.
Yep.
That blows.
I do believe that's combat over. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, that's combat over.
Yep. I wish Alwyn had meta knowledge, because I'm pretty sure someone's still got Xerxil's Wand of Blight somewhere.
Yeah, we haven't been
Nice
really...
against the tree army.
We haven't been all that good at bookkeeping since we lost Grolda and his bag of holding.
It's true.
Yeah, that's kind of shagged us. I imagine half the stuff we're carrying is just kind of on Macro. Macro bought another bag of holding, didn't he? I think the backpack he's got at the moment is a bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I'm not making that up.
Yeah, that's why you are the current bookkeeper, and why bookkeeping has become so rubbish.
Why the bookkeeping's gone to shit. I can't be expected to take notes of loot and make notes on the session. It's definitely happening.
Talking of Grildar and stuff, just so you know, soon I have a thing called, like, you know, like when you on Final Fantasy IX, there's that active time event system.
80.
I'm going to start introducing small stories of what's going on in the real world, so you get like a meta knowledge of what's happening. And one of them is to do with Grildar. Obviously,
I don't know what happens in Final Fantasy IX because I'm not a nerd.
Oh, get out!
Sorry, did Adrian just say he's not a nerd?
I know, it's rich.
What do you mean?
Liar, enemy
Unless it's
on
like,
fire.
I'm not a nerd, I'm a weeb.
Okay, I'd rather bear the nerd flag than that. Don't do this to me.
Turn the camera to your bookshelf then, please.
Don't do it.
In the other room.
Well, never mind.
It's like half of
Alongside the toaster.
It's like half mangas and Western fantasy, so I think I have a claim to both.
We're not denying that.
Amazing. Alright, so
2 cookbooks in there.
Chester has cast Happy Hour and is giving health out.
All of myself except the 5 to macro.
See, Chester, there's a reason I've not eaten you yet. This is one of the reasons.
Alright, so as you all guys are spending the minute here doing whatever, you do hear a voice call out, "Perhaps we can use diplomacy now that you have killed my guardian." Calls out from the darkness to the southeast.
Who are you, spooky demon?
Now, if you wouldn't mind, let me handle this one. That is a peculiar arrangement for diplomacy. Normally, this kind of goes the other way around. If diplomacy fails, we then go this way. What exactly do you mean, your guardian?
Where have you come from?
That's not what I asked.
The Trient. The one the king left to guard me.
Yes, guard you in what fashion? As in keep you safe or keep you imprisoned?
Imprisoned.
I see. And what is your name?
I once held a name in my mortal shell, but now I am the Deacon. Some call me the Faceless Deacon.
I see. Where are you exactly?
I'm in my tomb, where I belong.
And why do you belong in your tomb?
Because I couldn't help. I belong here because I couldn't save him.
I see. That's unfortunate. Who is it you couldn't save?
My son.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We came here. And you see that Lair hesitates for a moment and then says, never mind. Chester, go on then.
Very well. Speak, demon! Speak your foul name to me.
Now,
Yes.
before I let you continue, Chester, I must explain to you, Faithless Deacon, that my companion here, I promise you, means well most of the time, even if it doesn't seem that way.
There's silence.
Speak, I command thee.
Silence.
Right, what does he want? Did he tell you?
Would you object to us coming to visit your tomb?
You may enter.
See, I don't know what all the fuss was about, to be honest.
Now, that is not exactly an answer. We may enter, but would you object?
Only if you pry. My job must be complete.
And what is your job?
I'm going to bring him back.
Your son?
Yeah. His
What's
body...
your son's name?
There's silence. His name was Alwyn.
And I glance over at Alwyn.
I don't know if that's a common name, but well, I'm confused myself.
I left his corpse where the Chandelier King killed him in our wagon by the entrance.
Oh, I believe I've seen that corpse.
Yes, I think I remember seeing it too. A nasty common name, isn't it?
No, Master Decker, you were not inside the wagon. You have not seen the corpse.
Right, you are.
Do you mean the wagon carrying all that silver?
I once owned a shop. We were delivering goods to my friend at the Adon farmstead. They wouldn't let me carry my goods through the main tunnel. So I came through here, and that was my fault. My mistake. and then I am the reason why he died.
What is your name, noble spirit?
I have no name anymore.
Just so I know that you're good at talking, but perhaps try listening sometimes. He's already informed us. His name is the Faceless Deacon.
Yeah, that's not exactly a name, though, is it?
No, Master Lair, this is incorrect. He has stated he has no name, so the Faceless Deacon cannot be his name. It rather is a title.
I'll just start looking around.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'll ask Macrod to see if there's anything here that we need to take with us, and then just start looking around a little bit to see like where the paths lead to.
Yeah, like I said, the voice echoes from the southeast, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Macrod chops up a woody bitch. Macro removes its teeth from the skull.
Of course he tries to do that.
The antlers look cool, at least anyway, so he's definitely trying to get them off. Elzef, come hold this. Just don't flinch.
So, this is the funniest thing that's going to happen right now. Macro, you literally tried to take the antlers and then the thing shatters like glass, falls into ice, all to the ground.
Bastard.
It appears you've broken it, Master Macro.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
It says that's what Kona Cole does. Alright, so...
You just see Macro there just like... try and warm it up before it shatters into ice.
We have found the perfect method to combat Curtis's shenanigans. Just cone off cold.
Nice.
Freeze everything.
Nice. Nice ice.
I'll have to bring a saw next time.
That's a dumb rhyme rocket and make me laugh.
More gentle.
Come forward, elf. I know you're there.
Also,
Is this the way the elf ones?
Mm-hmm. No. Lineros, you see a tunnel winding to the south.
There it is. All the way, boy band.
Alright, so Lineros, the first thing you see is this huge beast with skulls decorating its back. I'd say more like a monstrous undead turtle with skulls instead of a shell and candles littering littering its back. This thing here. Standing next to him is something along the lines of what looks like this. Decorated in, and immediately you recognise the shawl, the mantle that it's wearing. That is the mantle that Gwandia wears. It's a very recognisable piece of fashion. It's red, comes down to his chest, is decorated with golden runes that travels all across the shawl. It's well known being his prized possession. The rest of you also know that, especially, of course, Alwyn, as you come into view, you see it. That is your dad's shawl. He's never without it. It's a powerful artifact.
Where's everyone gone?
Well, yep. You can colour me confused.
He stares at you and he goes, "Is that you, Owen?" And he begins to step down the steps towards Owen, confused. You can see he's wearing a mask, and he reaches up, and he's got in his left hand, wrapped around his wrist and held, is a furable. Do you guys know what a furable is? Like that hanging lantern that you see priests use. And you can see it's glowing black and green.
Just say hanging lantern.
It's called a furable!
Have some sympathy for me. It's my second language.
I know. And it takes this mask off, and you can see underneath a burnt, mottled, kind of wrinkled flesh. But beneath that are those healthy brown eyes that you recognise in your father. And he stands there just staring at you, and he goes, "How is this possible?"
So is this alternate reality Alwyn, is it?
No, this is alternate reality Gwandia.
Sorry. That's what I meant.
Looks like it. And his face is of complete horror and shock. He said that... Is this some sort of trick to torture me all over again? This is it, isn't it? Chandelier King, this is not real. And he begins to panically kind of stare around the room as if he thinks he's trapped in an illusion.
No, it's real. I'm here.
He stumbles and falls against the steps. Behind him, the beast begins to growl.
What exactly was it that happened to you?
It can't be. You're him. But you're dead. You're dead.
Just calm down and explain to me what happened. I'm here, I'm real.
Yeah, make a persuasion check with advantage. Nice.
That was 2 pretty bad rolls.
He calms down with his hand out, his gnarled, burnt hand, and then he uses it to steady himself against the stairs and pushes himself to his feet. We were meant to get the supplies to the farmstead. We couldn't get through the main thoroughfare, and we knew that if we did not get the supplies to the farmstead, then many people would starve. We both agreed we would take this route and risk it. We did not make it that far, before the wagon was attacked. He killed you in front of me, and then imprisoned me here. He likes to torture.
But what is it that he's done to you?
Transformed
your form.
Torture can do many things. I am not strictly alive.
Is there any way that I can release you from your form? From your punishment?
As you say that, the beast behind him begins to growl, move forward, and he tries to put one hand on it, but he ignores him and he goes, "Oh, this thing, it's... I can't control it sometimes," and you see his neck twist slightly. He puts the face mask back on, and it clicks into place and begins to glow again. He's too strong. His effect on me. And you see there's like a physical shaking of his body, as if he's trying to hold back or stop something from happening. Quick! End me! Can we have an
into that fucking thing there.
This is quite fitting music.
Could I have a free action at the start of combat just to shout, get the beast thing?
Sure. Alright, so we're waiting for Macro.
What did we say? Oh, fuck off. How have I missed not clicked on my token from there?
That's a very good question.
I've just been dotting him around the map. I don't know. Fucking hell, it's even worth me rolling. I just said I've gone last.
Alright, cool. That's the initiative done. Laneros.
Yep. I'll cast Bigby's hand.
Bigby's hand!
Snuff all those candles out.
And then I will cast it next to the beast and grapple it.
Give me a second, sir. I'm going to let you control it. There you go.
That'll do.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, let me roll, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can get better than that. Oh wait, it does have the exact amount of athletics. There's a 1 in 20. No, I don't. Yeah, you managed to grapple it.
Okay. That's my turn.
Yep. Elsa.
Actually, I'll step back behind Macro so you can get out of the way easier.
Alright.
Probably wise.
So, a string grenade, what does that do?
Web. Muted.
Yep. Ah, it's the web
Sorry.
grenade.
It's web. I've cast it a million times, Liam.
Yeah, I know, but I'm busy like doing stuff on the tokens. I just wanted to know what it was, so I didn't have to look back. So on both of them, yeah.
Yes. And then steps aside.
The beast is unaffected.
Seems I've blown my load on Owen's father. And then
Fuck's sake.
the death machine moves in.
Yeah. Looks like it affects the faceless deacon.
And it shoots the faceless deacon.
Okay. That's a hit.
Or 8.
Oh, a hit. It's advantage. It's restrained, right?
Oh. I don't think restraint does that.
I thought it did. Thought it gave you advantage.
Man. There's so many conditions I don't know in D&D.
Yeah, it ricochets off its armor, but it seems to have hurt him. He grunts.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's great.
What a smart man you are. Okay, yeah, I'm fucking up Owen's father, I've decided.
Okay.
And turn. He has specifically requested to be killed, so Elsef is just reasoning, you know.
No,
He's
that's fine.
afterward.
Alright, so the fiend begins to thrash immediately as the Bigby's hand grapples it, and as it does, it lashes out at the hand and manages to deal 10 damage to it. How much HP does it have, by the way? And I'll start calculating it if you want. Yeah, how much HP does the Bigby's hand have?
Oh, sorry. Same as my hit point maximum. So that is
115?
127.
127, cool. Yeah, it begins thrashing out at it, throwing it around as it's being grappled, begins biting it, attacking it, clawing it. So Chester, your turn.
Yeah, it's got an AC of 20.
Yeah, hit with 1. Yeah, it did 10 damage.
Okay.
Run here. Okay. How are we all looking on the old health?
Macro's about third. No, by a quarter.
A quarter health in total, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He pulls out a dainty, elegant little bottle of some pink liquid and just squirts you with it. Choop.
Oh,
7.
wow.
That's meant to be 70, but yeah.
It is, yeah.
Igor Kucher Puffin. Fuck's sake.
Collected a
Why
small...
is 70-0?
Yeah, it is... Yeah, 70 zeros.
But it does heal for 70. So Macro, you heal for 70?
And my turn.
Oh, I forgot that I was meant to be tracking my health on my character sheet and on my token. That's why I was at so low health. Dickhead.
Alright, so Macro, it's your turn.
Macros go. Macro. Oh, actually, I think that's accurate. And so I'm actually on 149 now. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so is Patricide a first for this party? I feel like Patricide's a first. As he attempts to try and run in, but the map doesn't let him. And then, not raging, smacks it twice. Recklessly still, though. Uses it twice. 30 for 16.
I would have another reaction just to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
25, 14. I thought we got the nod on Patricide, okay?
Yeah, you cleave into it.
Owen very clearly at the start shouted, go for the beast.
Yep.
Hence the grapple on the beast.
Some history books would argue, Master Owen, that man are the real beasts.
Well, I guess that's
very unliteral for someone that's so fucking literal all the time.
Also, because of that, don't forget to also give yourself all a point of inspiration for the catch-up. While we're at that. But we are on to Alwyn's turn.
So we can kill his father even faster, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, I'll just knock him out instead then.
I could just fucking leave him. I don't know. I think he spends his turn shouting at Macro.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so Macro. He takes a legendary action. And can you make a con save?
Ooh,
He brings the Furable up. You just failed! It brings up the hanging lantern and it flashes bright. You are blinded for 1 minute. And then it brings it round on its turn and goes to smash it against your face.
With disadvantage.
With normal, because he's blinded.
I can't see you coming.
I'd like to just put up the Joker meme now of you get what you fucking deserve.
The first one is a fail, complete fail, but then the second one strikes you for a total of 33 damage.
Halved.
Oh, no, what, you're half in bludgeoning at the moment? You didn't tell me you raged.
Oh shit, no, I'm not raging, yeah. 33.
No, that's true. You raged against the tree, not against this thing that has legendary actions. Bad
yeah,
choice.
I'm not rage against it. No.
So rage against the tree, rage against the dad. Are we fighting a construct next?
Yeah.
Right, so most of it was necrotic damage. As the lantern hits you, it kind of bursts into this black flame all up your body.
Ow! And then I smack him back.
Owen! I'm so sorry! Alright, so Laneros, it's your turn.
Yeah, crush the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Takes 8 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll firebolt it for another 16.
It hits it, but it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage.
Yeah, I figured that it might be somewhat like half on fire and stuff.
Yep. Okay, at the end of your turn, it swings for Macro but misses.
That's
The
a
beast
whiff.
swings for Macra.
Sorry?
The beast swings for Macra.
No, the legendary action from the Faceless
Okay,
Deacon.
yeah, you just said it, so.
Yeah, you said it, not he.
It isn't it? It's undead.
Yeah, okay. But you can start the confusion, right?
Don't misgender our undead. God.
Alright, Elzef, your turn.
First off, I would like to appreciate that even though Arno was making a Rage Against the Machine joke, he said construct because that's the correct D&D term. he couldn't bring himself to say machine. I'm gonna firebolt the dad
Okay.
for 25 and an extra 6.
Wow, everyone's just wailing on him.
Well, he has the legendary actions, and then force put this to hit for another 17.
Is this all against Gwandia, yeah?
Oh wait, this has advantage, so this is a crit
Okay.
for 29. Yeah.
Okay.
This will teach him to give us better deals next time. End turn.
Alright, yep, this wax beast begins to thrash at the hand, hits it twice for 30 damage. And then that's it, its turn. At the end of its turn, it begins to mutter. Gwandia will actually smash the Furable against our barbarian. Oh,
That was rude.
yeah, for 38 damage.
Ow.
You're getting beaten up by a wizard.
Right, so Chester.
I will pop down 1, 2, 3.
I just have to remember I've got 50 more health than what I actually have.
Drop a heal on Arwen in the form of this much. And I will then go 1, 2.
Just so you know, the heal hasn't come up yet.
Oh, I tell you for why. It was a 19. I put self to fix Igor Couture Perform. That's my fault.
Okay, well, I believe you. Yeah, I believe you. For 19 then.
Yeah.
Alright, and then you move over there. Makra, you are blinded.
Beautiful. You know what's Yeah, I don't even know. It's still pretty shit, even if I recklessly attack and 6, it's just going to be a normal attack. I'm still going to recklessly attack, and Gwandy is going to suck my dick. He's also going to rage, because he's still got plenty of them anyway. Rage against the father. Can you bugger? 2, there we are, and recklessly attack twice. Wham. And a wham. Oh, that's a piss roll, that one.
Yeah, you missed twice.
Woo-wee.
Swinging wildly. You do cling on. You do cling and spark off of his mask, but nothing solid lands.
And that's macro done.
Alright.
Owen.
I don't know. It's incredibly tempting to disintegrate Macro, but it's probably a bit uncouth. It's probably a little bit uncouth. God, I wish I had like a fucking little force or something. Well, he's being a penis, isn't he?
No, I meant seriously. That was only a little bit uncouth, so you could still go ahead with it.
Gotcha. I'm going to try and polymorph Gwandia into an ant or something similar size that could easily scurry away and probably not be seen in the heat of combat.
He resists.
How unfortunate. How very unfortunate.
Are we still killing his dad? Macro's waving at you. He's co-bash around.
No!
I think you get the answer in the form of a 5-foot pit opening up underneath you as I cast Mold Earth. Quickens.
So Macro, you just suddenly, it's like at his shoulder height, he just goes, huh?
Master Feld, are you uncomfortable with killing your father?
That's just a look. It's just like...
Huh.
I'm afraid this is gonna hurt. He stands where he is, and Macro's below, and then he begins swinging the Furiball slowly as a green smoke begins emanating forward. I need Elzef and Chester to make con saves, please.
Chester!
Some would argue I am good at that, but I'm still
Is it
going.
casting a spell or not?
No, it's a special ability. It's called, if you want to know, it's called Swing, Swing, Swing.
27.
Oh, so you both pass, because it was 20. You're not poisoned as you breathe in the gas, but you're immediately, you hold your breath, knowing what's coming, and the acidic fog settles on your body. You both take 24 poison damage.
Good thing we saved. Jesus.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jesus.
And then as a bonus action, he uses muttered curses towards Elzef. Elzef, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
But I just made a saving throw.
Uh-huh. Now, wisdom one.
18.
You fail, you are incapacitated till the end of your next turn.
I didn't want to play this game anyway.
And inside your head, you just hear like 100 demonic whispers. Laneros, your turn.
Would you almost consider them careless?
Pardon me.
Crush the beast.
Okay.
For 8 force damage.
Another 8 damage.
It's still looking pretty unharmed, I guess, right?
Yeah, pretty unharmed. You've done 16 to it.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if this works better. I'll frostbite it.
Seems to be quite effective, that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a solid hit. Some of the candles on its back go out.
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted just to grab Macra and push him away, but...
Well, he's 5 foot currently down. He can't actually reach the deacon properly.
Okay.
Alright, I would put him in a little pit.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's just going to step out though, so...
Yeah, he could do.
So, incapacitated state, an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. It doesn't say anything about bonus actions.
Yeah, actions count as bonus actions.
Bonus actions are a type of action.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I've tried to argue this with Arne on Sunday loads of times, and he always gives me the same answer. Damn it! So you get the same thing.
But moving isn't an action.
No, you can move when you're incapacitated, can't you?
So I move here, and then I move back. And then my turn.
Wow. Okay, now you're no longer incapacitated.
What fun! I'm gonna get a yogurt.
Yep, this thing continues to hack at the hand. It's halfway through done with it. But we are...
That's rude. It's hitting that much on AC20 that is taking 150 HP in 2 turns?
No, I've done 58, so I've done half of it. That's what I'm saying, about half.
Yeah. Exactly. That's worrying.
Yeah, I'm trying to get at you.
I got the stabbing bums on Macro. If it is indeed my go.
It is your go. I won't take a legendary action yet.
I'm going to do it at this level. 22.
Alright, so Macro gains 22. So you have to kind of go prone nearly to massage him because he's 5 foot in the ground.
I'm going to curl up behind this way.
Alright.
And end my turn there.
Oh, actually, I'd fine to that. Yeah, much.
Before Macro takes his turn, I'm going to... Yeah, fuck it. Macro.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel displaced air above your head. And the heat of the lantern being swung around as it misses you. So Macro, it's your turn, sorry.
So I guess Macro feels around to the side of the pit and crawls out of it. Do I not get any other saves against being blinded? Or is it just blind for a minute?
You're blinded for a minute.
That's a really shit confit here save to fail. I guess I'll stumble over here. Now I've been shouted at not to keep killing his dad. And try and aim for the noises this creature's making instead.
Yeah, sure.
Recklessly doing so. I feel like if you're blinded, you're going to be reckless no matter what, really, aren't you? So that's a 15 for 20 and 24 for 22.
Yep, the second one
strikes
strikes
out that to get there, Macro would have to run through Elsev's web.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. You can go through family squares, can't you?
No.
It's web. You'd have to make a save to not get stuck in the web.
But the problem is he would be able to attack it from here anyway. So yeah, you will need to make a dex save, but...
Alright. Well, if I stand here, can I still do it? And not be in the web?
You're blind. You don't know it's there.
Oh yeah, I'm blinded, yeah. I stumble into the web.
Yeah, you definitely stumble into the web. I was going to say that. Make a dex save, see if you actually manage to not be restrained.
I was just about to say, can I see the web coming? Clearly not, so don't get advantage.
Nope, so immediately... you fall over, fall to your knees and just get wrapped up in it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be involved in this combat anyway.
Amazing. Alright, so Alwyn, it's your turn.
Well, having seen that resolve itself now, I can turn my attention to the creature thing, and I will heighten disintegrate it.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Did you want to twin it? To win?
Just turns into dust.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Also, no, we only can kill his dad. Nice.
Let me give you a second. Oh, that was almost quick. Okay, the faceless deacon, aka Gwandia, falls to one knee, covered in web, and just goes, "No, I won't," and actually manages this turn to disobey a command from the Chandelier King, ending his turn. Lineros?
Still seems kind of dangerous. Not going to do anything if I don't have to. Move the hand over to grapple it.
Okay.
Which I have advantage on.
Don't worry, he rolled a nat 1.
Okay, but just to be on the safe side. Just
Yep, okay, let's see. Yeah, you managed to grapple
21.
it. You managed to grapple Gwandia.
Yeah, just gonna hold him there.
Elzef?
It is okay, Masterfeld. I shall use non-lethal means to subdue. And Jude just tases him.
Yep, that's a hit.
For 31. And the death machine doesn't shoot.
Alright, so you break the chandelier. Alright, so you break Gwandia's hold on himself at the end of your turn. He goes to smash you with a Furable. I don't know how you haven't got this yet, like, but it's okay. And then misses as it smashes against the ground next to you, Elzef. I'm sorry! Chester, your turn.
Okay.
It does look like damaging him forces a retaliation. Like hitting him.
I'm gonna whack some more damage then. Have I used my staff at all since the last long rest?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did an AoE heal at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right. Poopy loopies. In that case, I will pop another couture on Macro. How many hit points you got left?
I am currently... Oh, I'm alright, I have. I've got like 107.
Okay. And you don't want to like replenish the full, because it's kind of the only most useful thing I can do at the moment.
You can bump me up if you want, my dear. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it. 80 though, not 70.
Oh god, definitely didn't need that many. Does that take me
That's all I could do.
Say 107.
All my lowest spells.
I need so 80, so that takes me to... Yeah, that takes me to max. So I'm at 186.
Perfect. And my turn.
Okay. Old man Macro.
Blind and wept.
Blind. Not gonna lie, boys, but this is pretty fucking grim. What do I need to do? Do I need to do a athletics or strength saving throw to get up, or is it?
Yeah, it's an athletics or acrobatics equal to Elzef's spell save modifier.
Fuck your spell modifiers, you burst out the web.
Man, if only Liam would give me items to boost it, then it could be 29. Where's my plus 10 focus?
That took my action, didn't it?
It did, yes.
Alright, okay. Then that's Macro gets ready to flail around some more.
Okay. And then we go over to Alwyn.
Head over to Gwandia.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, explain to us how we can help you. And that'll be it for his turn.
Don't. No. Alright, on his turn, let's see if he saves first. He doesn't. I'm afraid this is one of the turns he doesn't. And then he will turn round. And looks like one of the Furable is about to smash you in the face, Alwyn.
I guess I'll shield it.
Yep, and then it smashes against a shield and explodes into green and black flame.
Mm-hmm.
Laneros?
Just a quick recap. Did we kill the Chandelier King? Or is
No, we haven't.
Okay. All right.
You've never met him.
He sounds like a prick though.
Does, yeah. 1 sec.
Reading a spell, aren't we?
Yeah, sorry. It's a bit of a long one.
Take your time, Greg.
Yeah, there's not really much I could do to help Owen with this situation. So I guess I'll just keep hold of him and move over here to see if I see anything more. Because I see some things around the corners and I want to know what they are.
Yeah, there's petrified victims, the wax-covered humanoids.
Okay, they're just wax-covered, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll move past, like, at safe distance and try and look over the edge into this room.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to look at, but you can see the like just the kind of outskirts of like a surgical table, like a stone, bloody, gory table.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Elzef.
Well, apparently I'm not supposed to shock the man anymore, so Elsif just sort of stands there and stares at him.
Nice. Alright, that sounds good. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I guess I'm dodging.
Yep. And then he swings the lantern and it cracks against your armor, fails to break through. Chester?
I'll dip in. Looks like I'll join Lefray. Actually, no, I won't. No, what's the point? He can do so much more from over here. Even though he is running out of spells, I will use a sensual on Elzeth. And I'll get right in all the crevices.
Naturally.
That should have come up. I don't know why it didn't. Hang on.
It did.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah, it did 10.
10. I'll literally get right deep in his shoulder blades. Hers.
Yep, 10 hit points then, Elzef.
Mm-hmm.
Emma 10.
Alright, Macra.
Macra continues the patricide.
Oh my god.
Recklessly, so it's a normal roll. 17 for 23.
Have I not made... Never mind.
Not made what?
The tactic obvious, or...
Alright. Macro's got a big fucking Kopash, mate. I don't know what else you want him to do, really.
And you're not raging anymore, by the way.
Why?
You weren't attacked, and you failed to attack on one of your turns.
Oh, that's a nuisance. I need Endless Rage again. Never mind then. Take what damage off that? Take 5 damage off the top one then, and 5 damage off the second one.
Yep.
Very quick question. Are we going to have a break soon, or should I go to the toilet in between?
Well, it depends how long it takes you to figure out this encounter.
I'm not figuring anything out.
Yeah, you can go to the toilet now. Go on, go for one, and then I will continue. So, Alwyn, it's your turn.
I'm going to just do the same.
I'm just going to say to Gwandir, let me help you. Come with me. And I'll try and cast teleport with him.
Okay, you're unfamiliar with this world, so this is going to be stupidly difficult wherever you want to go.
Just a couple of rooms back.
Just a couple of rooms back.
Hopefully still fresh in memory.
Yep, yeah, that's fine.
Just to get him away from here, basically.
You remember the Demi-Lich's lair? You remember the wagon?
Yeah, probably back to like the Demi-Lich area, just before that maybe, in the hallway.
I guess that's...
It all depends really if he passes his save or not.
What save is it? Do you know?
It's not. It's like, I mean, like his internal save for his character, if he is willing, because it has to be a willing creature.
Yeah, I'll see. He manages the save and is willing.
Okay. And I shall whisk him back to a prior room near the Lich area.
Right, I guess that's combat over for now as everyone just sees you and him disappear. We'll take a break there and come back in 5 minutes and roleplay the moment between you both.
I'm going to use the toilet then.
Okay, so last, just before the break, Orwin had teleported away with Gwandia. Gwandia from this realm, also known as the Faceless Deacon. As you land, sound, it echoes throughout the Demi-Lich's lair. To your left, you see the crushed remains of the Demi-Lich, the corpses stinking up the place all around you, the rot dust hanging in the air from the battle you had not only half an hour ago here. And he stands there, lays there, and then stands up. One moment, let me just check something. This time, manages to control himself. I'll win.
I'm here, don't worry.
He tortured me. I had no choice. So sorry.
I understand. Where is the Chandelier King?
Okay, he has to roll another save to try to talk about him. 1 second. Yeah, passes with a 30. What the fucking hell? He says, he is below. There is a crypt from where he once came from.
Okay, that's fine. Just can you stay here? Okay, is that can you do that?
No, I can only control myself so much.
Then do everything you can to stay here. I'll sort it out. I'll find the Chandelier King. We'll deal with it.
If you kill him, or if you have a chance, just escape. Leave. There is a passage in his crypt. Take it. If you find Adawan, it'll keep you safe. Find Adawan.
I'll just give him a nod, put my hand on the shoulder, and then dash off.
Alright, 1 moment. Yeah, he rolled the exact same. As you try to dash off, the Chandelier King doesn't wrest control of him. Meanwhile, in the other room, combat goes from heated to just suddenly nothing.
Master Macro, would you like me to drop concentration on the web spell?
Your measly web can't hold me. Is he still like stumbling around the room? Because I imagine he's still blind for a minute.
Is this sudden blindness age-related, or...?
No, definitely fighting his dad related.
Ah.
Maybe
Because
having one eye may be more susceptible to it.
Oh, this is an interesting question. Do you think the hag might have been affected by that?
I hope she was. Fucking bitch. You heard me.
I wonder if visual feedback works, considering we are in another reality.
Macro flags himself, the eye that he's not seeing, just gives himself the finger.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the hag of this reality could make use of the connection.
God, I bet she's so confused. A random eyeball and a jaw just rocks up on a counter side.
Master Decker, Master Feld is your associate. Should we be worried about his disappearance? Is Todd back yet?
I guess Todd isn't back yet.
The problem is that I'm really deaf. I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that?
Should we be worried about Owen not being here?
Yes. This is most irregular and most disturbing. I vote we make post-haste.
Post-haste where?
Well, okay, you've got me there.
Well, I think he was just trying to keep his father safe.
But who's going to keep Owen safe?
A highly irregular decision, considering it was not his real father.
Right, providing I can freely go back to where they are.
Yep.
I've just paced out the whole thing.
I noticed.
It's 22 rounds. Assuming I don't move at full combat speed and just half it, let's say I turn back up in about 5 minutes.
Sure. What about the rest of you? You got about, like, what would you be doing in these 5 minutes?
Trying to
Probably worrying.
last blind.
Probably actually going in search.
What's happened with the beast? Is it still there? Has it
No,
disappeared?
it got disintegrated.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing left of it except this pile of fine misty dust.
Yep.
Macro didn't see it get disintegrated, so he was trying to find the body and butcher it.
Just have a look inside here. That's it.
Alright, so what happens
Like, not
now?
step inside, just check, basically.
Yeah, Laniros, from there you can see this disgusting mess on the table. A body, a humanoid body, stitched together, slopping blood dripped and stained down the side of this stone table. You can see what looks like an open body with no bones. Looks like a stitched up kind of flesh golem.
Just back away.
Yep.
Just to like come around the corner. Whereabouts is it? Just here?
Yeah, where Elzef is, it's like on the table.
Yeah. Ugh! That's disgusting!
Just goes in for a closer look. Does a medicine check. What happened here?
Roll a medicine check. This looks like an attempt to recreate Alwyn.
Ah, it's Master Owen.
Oh.
There's
It
no
is not as good as a creation as
You
your-
remember the no flesh on the skeleton?
Oh. Oh, you mean in the card?
Yes.
You know what this means, don't you?
That Master Gwendia was trying to cast this same spell you cast, Create Eagle?
No. He obviously, I've heard horror stories about the spell he used. He was obviously pulped in the void on his way there, and he's ended up here. It's horrific.
I don't think it's quite that much.
I love the guy, but, I had my doubts about him, but I wouldn't wish this on him. Jesus.
I don't think this is what happened, Master Decker.
Look, I get that you're all about science, but me, I know my magic, and I know what I'm fucking looking at right here, and this is some proper royal shit. Oh, Win, you will be missed sorely, and I will not have to pay you back.
Master Decker, this is simply the skin of this reality's Owen.
Oh, right you are. Well, let's hope yet then. For him and my purse.
Asif just checks if the corpse has any valuables on it,
No,
Fear not. He's not dead. I inspected the body. Quite well indeed.
No, this body is dead, Master Decker.
This body's dead, but of course it's not our Olwyn. I spotted it immediately because I can tell the difference.
Oh, the eyeballs. Should I give them to Makra to sell to someone, or...?
There's no eyeballs.
He'll cut out the gizzards he wants in his own time. It's like, I'll take these giblets and these giblets. And I'll have that spleen, and I'll have a piece of this liver.
He's not far wrong.
Elsef is just dissecting the corpse while we wait for the actual Owen to get back.
Oh, as Chester's talking about, save my purse, you can all hear footsteps.
Reveal yourself, good sir, for you are about to face down Chester Deck here. In a cave, no less.
It's just me, you fool.
Oh, well, I knew you were safe. And I will be pleased to let you know that I did not null and void your contract.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Right, well, that's good to know, I think. Anyway, I've taken, I was going to say my father, but Grandier to a safer place for both of us, I suppose. But for the idiots in here, he was being controlled by the Chandelier King.
Yes, he sounds like a royal prick. I said that in the break, but haven't said it live yet.
And we're live! Do we know where the Chandelier King is, then?
I believe, well, from what I understand, he resides below. But how far below or whereabouts, not sure. But I think if we could deal with the Chandelier King, then might be able to help Grandia. I think it would break his hold on him.
With their luck, yeah.
Master Feld, would you enjoy looking at your corpse?
Sorry, what?
Oh, it's in this room, the room where, according to you, there are no idiots, since you specified the idiots are in the other room.
Right. Shall we go then?
Oh, no, look at your corpse. See, I think I found your birthmarks.
Sometimes I really fucking wonder why I'm here, you know?
I think actually a fair few, if I'm being honest, people wondered that over the last few months, actually. It's funny how many of us are different now.
Slight nod from Neros.
Do you remember that? Does anyone remember that stunted little cretin that had a manor in the city? He hung our hair on for a little while. And that moany little bitch that kept talking about a dragon. I can't believe we let her stick around.
You really got me. I thought the stunted little bitch was Gwendolyn, but then you turned it around and that was Grelda. And then Elsa checks out like the little side room.
And honestly, between me and you, Macro, I'm worried you're next. So, just stay close.
I've out-survived the rest of you little bitches. I can out-survive another wave of you.
So,
The
how
funniest
about
one of all was that one that was only around for like a day, the creepy little puppet fuck.
Oh yeah, well, I wasn't here for that. But,
Oh yeah, exactly.
post haste, I'm sure he was a prick. But how about we make do with this Chandelier King, get my scroll, and fuck off back to somewhere we can actually get a decent hot meal. Sound good?
Sounds fantastic.
I'm starting to miss the
I'm
wood.
going this way.
Yeah.
Alright, so Elzef, what you notice is this room is like a meat room. There's meat hooks hanging from the ceiling and chunks of flesh embedded on the hooks.
Oh, any human flesh?
Can't quite tell if they're human or not.
Can I do a medicine check to tell if they're human?
You can.
Meat for the
Barbecue?
meat king.
Oh.
Some of it looks vaguely humanoid. You think that might be a shoulder of a dwarf?
Master Feld, I found human flesh, but I don't think it is yours.
Shank of shoulder. Delicacy around these parts.
He turns and walks in a direction that appears like it might be useful.
Okay.
Good day, Owen. Oh, don't get lost.
I've just been through there. Didn't look like there was much. I guess I can help all and have a wander.
Oh, Master Macro, please after you.
Yeah, there's nothing up there anyway.
Yeah, most of those rooms seem to be empty and filled with candles and wax.
Laneros, do you want to go over check on them rooms, make sure there's nothing we're missing with your elf eyes?
Look at these bare candles. It's like a strip club for the Chandelier King.
Are you saying Master Gwandir was stripping Master Decker?
No, merely an analogy.
Laneros, after you. You muted Laneros.
Yep. Lineros.
Sorry, yeah, I said I'm going to start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay, yep, and there's no magic. Oh, there's no magic in here at all. There are many books piled up on top of one another, covered in wax, with some candles on top of each one. They seem to be from a library, an ancient library of some sort. And with your investigation check, you roughly found about a dozen of them.
My investigation check? Which one?
Well, your passive investigation. I'm just taking.
Okay. Cool. So it's like, that's a ghost roll right there.
Yep. No, I just and taking your passive into consideration.
Well, come have a look, Mokhul.
Yep.
And I'll just point out what I found.
Yeah, a bunch of old parchments and books.
Nothing of use then now.
Nothing worth going through immediately. I don't think there's too much here to see anything. Yeah, not really sure. There might be something of use, but I think we have other pressing matters.
While you guys are doing that, Alwyn,
Yes.
on the outskirts of your vision as you're going for a walk, just heading out of this cave, you see something ahead of you, and your eyes focus through the gloom, and you see what looks like a faceless woman. Her long hair, wet, sloppy, draggled, dishevelled. Her gaunt body is naked, apart from the fact she has no discernible markers of a human body. It all just seems to be smooth, gaunt skin. And does this, and then slides into the water. The water doesn't part or make a splash, as if she'd actually caused anything, like movement. And you just hear her voice on the wind go, "Downstairs is your destination." And then she just kind of vanishes beneath the waves, or not the waves, just a kind of still stagnant pond.
Mm-hmm.
Come.
I think we got something over here, boys.
What is it?
Well, it's fucking creepy is what it is. But
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Spooky boy, reveal yourself.
And then from the stalactite to your right, you see like the fingers are long, like twice as long as any normal humanoid, and you see the nails kind of peer around as she pushes herself out. "I've been watching you do your thing."
Oh yeah, that's the one. That thing, right there.
And you see this faceless, obviously female, but with no discernible human features. You can see her rib cage, the fact that part of her chest hangs low, but doesn't seem to move with gravity. She almost floats. Her hair is very long and wet and slick, and she says, "I can take you to him. He so wishes to meet you."
Right, sounds easy
Just
then. doesn't it?
turning to the group. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not exactly feeling much up to spec at the moment.
I may okay go, but I don't mind having a breather if you lot need one.
Well, no, I could do with some, some more, magics, really. But I know that's going to be a less than a desirable situation.
She vanishes and then reappears near the water's edge, crawls out, kind of like the ring, and then looks up, despite having no eyes, and says, "There'll be much time to rest in my master's lair.
Well,
Much time indeed."
Harrowing.
This sounds like a good offer.
Good freak show, a good woman, lady.
Sick.
Oh, good. I thought everything was ignoring me today. Will there be a place I can rest and sleep?
There will.
Oh, well then let's go. That's unsettling too.
You think the
I
weird
think the whole
laugh?
thing's unsettling. It might not be on the level,
Yeah, I think so. Hang on. I speak fluent Cretin. Let me give it a try. Do you intend to rape us in our sleep?
She disappears, sinks beneath the still waters.
I think I upset it.
Can you make Can you make a charisma saving throw, Chester?
Saving.
Yeah, charisma saving throw.
Fuck! Just see my modifier. Jesus Christ.
You feel some sort of force of personality attempt to possess you, and then you throw it off.
Okay, so something just tried to get in me, which answers my earlier question, quite unfortunately.
So you
Maybe,
think you do?
Right, I was just gonna say, like maybe it's time for that mansion thing you got.
Ah, well, about that.
I knew this was coming.
I may or may not have used all of that strength I had left on him, and I point back at Macro.
Master Decker, you do realize he is nearly
What
dead.
about the sorry, you go this time.
Oh, I was just pointing out that Master Macra is nearly dead, so any healing on him is wasted.
I'm inclined to agree, but for different reasons. But anyway,
Macro just
we have
figures
the
it's weird.
Valkyrie thing, right?
Exactly. Who's that? And we can catch up with creepy water-dwelling bottom feeder later.
Not if I catch
I'm
you
inclined to agree.
first.
Ladiras,
Yes.
I believe you had the item.
The item.
The mansion, the key.
Yes.
Would you mind?
No, I wouldn't.
Thank you.
Should we do it in a place that is not watched by the weird creature dwelling in the waters?
I think so.
No offense.
Where shall we
meant.
go?
Well, it didn't take me. Mind you, he's back there, so maybe in the candle room. Don't know.
I think.
I feel like she's going to be watching us wherever we go. So
Mm-hmm.
Could we have some privacy?
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Do we not have a big mystical manner for these certain, scenarios?
No, Master Macro, you were not listening. We're trying to decide where to put the manor, so the creature in the water does not know the location.
Right, okay. Why does it matter?
at what level can you learn the spell lobotomize self? Because I'm going for it.
Why does it matter where we put it? It's just a door.
They could position beings outside the door area. I assume the creature, when it said, "We have a lot of time to rest," suggested it was going to kill us and we would rest forever.
Meanwhile, I'll just walk over here and start preparing to get it ready. Cause
You have to prepare. Is it just like turning a key?
yeah, I'm like,
So like stretching,
over
positioning the key.
Because of the lighting, which direction did you head, by the way?
oh, south. Just back into the room here. And I always figures any place is as good as any in a place like this. It's not really going to matter too much.
Yep.
So just, yeah. Turn the key.
Can you roll a d20?
I don't know if I want to.
Yep, that's cool. Yep, you turn the key and like light begins to shine at the edge of the doorway. And you open the door inside.
Yep, that's fine.
Like that classic scene I said from The Matrix where the guns come flying out of nowhere. The building comes flying out of nowhere. A massive library of like epic proportions. And then standing there is just the tuxedo wearing unseen servant. Immediately says, "Good day to you all. May I present you your dinner?" And leads you off down the side of the library.
Oh, yes, please.
How knowledgeable are you on the library you got here?
Pretty knowledgeable.
Reasonably. What are you looking for?
Oh, well, I was just thinking if we're gonna deal with this Chandelier King, then maybe there's some books on him.
Perhaps.
Let me read the rules, because it actually does do stuff, doesn't it? Yeah. A creature can visit the library and attempt to uncover a piece of knowledge such as ancient poetry or the history of a forgotten kingdom. The GM determines the checks and DCs needed to locate a given piece of information. So yeah, if you want to
I
look...
don't think it matters, to be honest. Linnaeus just regurgitates a book purely on the Chandelier King. So, there you are.
Yeah, okay, so you do find a book labelled the Chandelier King. However, it's...
Why the Chandelier King? I love it.
No.
It's just his personal memoirs.
It's...
Autobiography. I burn bright.
You do find this leather-bound tome. It's a small book about the Chandelier King, about how he become the Chandelier King. Originally, a king from Neferil. When his city crashed and burned and the Mythalar, the engine that drove these floating cities, exploded, he absorbed all of its power, and it turned him into this almost fire deity. However, it caused him to slumber for a long, long time beneath the earth. He is one part of the fire soul, a raging primal part of it. The problem was that he couldn't control it. It did indeed end up corrupting him. Over the millennia and millennia since the War of the Gods, since Ragnarok, he twisted in his dreams. While his physical self was buried beneath the earth in his ancient city, it seems that his actual spirit was in the abyss, becoming powerful, becoming one of the lords there.
Sounds like a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll have a flip through the book, and then during the course of dinner, I'll bring it over to Alwyn and say, not exactly light reading, and I'll just hand him the tome.
There's other info about how the Chandelier King in the Abyss liked to make deals and kind of corrupt mortals on the material plane, giving them kind of fiery warlock powers, almost a patron of fire. There is a way that he can be controlled, but it's difficult. It mentions the fire soul being an innate way to control him or use against him. Whoever is the fire soul would have direct control over him, or it would be difficult for him to resist any oaths bound to the fire soul. He tends to use trickery to convince young warlocks to do his bidding, normally ending in their fiery destruction through self-immolation. He's a very twisted individual, but also a master manipulator, and uses mind control and illusions. It does say that wherever his influence is, he spreads a blight, his wax. And wherever his wax is, his illusions and his control is never far behind.
I'd still put my money on our lady on that. Just drive him nuts for the end of it.
Get
Okay.
downstairs. Well, frost giant.
Yeah, so we'll discuss that over dinner with Alwyn.
Good work on finding the book.
Yeah, well, that was, I must
Some
say,
good information in there.
pretty, actually, damn good. I wish I was that effective when I went to a library.
Well, it was perhaps just lucky. I just went to CH under history section and it was just there staring at me.
Nah, fuck that. That was modest. You literally walked in with a blindfold on, reached out in the dark, and picked up the perfect book.
I have it your way, Chester. I'm sure that's what it will say in your book.
It will eviscerate you in fiction.
Because you got a natural 20 and rolled a 30, I will give you certain details that you see in the book about his abilities, if you wish.
Yes.
I will give you the choice whether you can have information on his saving throws, information on his resistances, or information on his legendary actions and stuff like that. Which
or
one
on his
would you like?
weaknesses.
I never said he had weaknesses.
Or on his weaknesses.
My vote would be resistances, but I'll go with what the group wants.
Macro's going to hit him with a big stick of metal anyway, either way, so he doesn't really care.
I'd argue for legendary actions because resistance you find out really quickly anyway.
By legendary actions, I mean like his not like his actual legendary actions. I mean like his abilities that he uses.
Yeah, like so how he behaves in combat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd argue for that since that's something that you might not see until it's a bit too late. Whereas the resistance as well is gonna be kind of immune to fire, I guess.
Todd, saving throws or. What his legendary actions are.
That's not the choice, Macro.
Saving throws is legendary actions or resistances, isn't it?
Yes, so that was the third.
I don't mind.
I think you would. Adrian, deciding vote.
I assume he's fine with fire since he is the Chandelier King, so...
I'll change my vote then. I'll go for legendary actions as well. I think knowing his combat strategy might be cool. Sorry, Mike.
It's alright.
Alright, so we're going for actions, right?
Yeah,
right, so at that last moment, Rickon, you turn the page and it begins to detail his attack patterns and the weapons he uses. Apparently, attacking him causes the candles all upon his body to ignite and explode, damaging all who dare approach him. It said that he has wicked claws that are known to rend his targets in two, and is able to hurl the molten wax that drips out of his crevices to petrify his enemies in wax. One of the most terrible things he's able to do, however, is to snuff out one's vision permanently.
Jesus.
I'm sure that sounds awful.
Says that he can... One of his magics, he can point at somebody, and if they fail to resist the urge, they pluck out their own sockets. Pluck out their own eyeballs.
Fuck me. Imagine that's twice as effective on me.
Well, to be fair, Master Makra, you could just get one of your eyeballs back and be half fine.
Yeah.
So you found out damaging it in close proximity causes damage. Wicked claws can petrify wax and can permanently blind.
Basically, sounds like a really shit time for me.
Yeah.
This really is quite an interesting book. To think someone put the time to put this together.
This is just a thought, but do you think this creature is just underground in our reality as well?
I don't think it exists in our...
for it.
Yeah, the book mentioned that he went down with his Nephiril city.
Yeah,
so this
and he sounds like
the timeline split, so...
He sounds like he's being controlled by the corrupted Fire Soul as well, and I don't think our Fire Soul's corrupted, is he?
Well, it said like half of the Fire Soul is in him.
I may want to point out, just before we continue, that Macro, you were there when the Faking gave you a quest to kill the corrupted Fire Soul.
Yeah.
Those were his words.
Not corrupted in that way, though. Corrupted in a different way. Corrupted in like his mental.
Sure.
We should definitely investigate
Jeeves.
whether or not he exists in our reality once we are back.
Yeah, we can always find out later and not care. Yeah, that sounds like a really rough time for me. Has anyone got way to make me so I'm not quite as flammable?
Well, bigger question as well, Alwyn. Does this sound like a path worth pursuing, knowing this?
He does sound like a fearsome enemy, to be honest. It's be a struggle to deal with him, but I'd like to help Gwandia, but I don't know if we can.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps there's some other means to help him that would void us of the action of having to deal with the Chandelier King.
As if we're actually discussing not killing something. I think that's maybe a first for the group.
I'm almost know in advance how bad it's going to hurt.
I'm almost
proud. Probably because there's more level-headed people here now.
Yeah, the percentage of lunatics has seriously been decreased of late.
Should I shave you, Master Macro, so the fire doesn't affect you as much?
I feel it's definitely not going to help.
And also gets out the leather worker's tools and sharpens the knife.
I honestly like for once that I've actually put the fear of an enemy in you. You're like, oh shit.
Fuck out my own eyeballs.
I think I could build replacement eyeballs.
Like a T100.
Do we get a chance to rest, Liam, in this
Yes,
chat?
you do. You all get a long rest if you do spend a night here.
Master Decker, can you cast Greater Restoration?
No. Oh, maybe I can, actually. Yes, it's Orgasmic Miracle under my character sheet.
See, there's no problem. Master Decker can restore vision.
Ah, well, you're smart enough to know that if you pluck out your own eyeballs or they melt out of the sockets, that a greater restoration is going to do jack shit.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for like damaging a damaged cornea or something, not to have your
Yeah, you
eyeballs
need
replaced.
regeneration.
You still need
what level
eyeballs to see.
Is that 8th level?
Come on, you're going. If you want to go against the Abyss Lord, I'm not going to hold back.
Exactly.
Question, Liam. When we long rest, do we restore our lowered hit points?
You
That
do
is
restore.
exactly what I was about to ask.
You do restore them, yes.
I guess we're all long rest, right? We are in the mansion. I can click it.
Yes, you can click it. I give you permission.
Do you want to hear a little story about me while we're here?
Is it something you've written in your books, or is this something new, Master Decker?
No, but I have a theory about something. It's mildly like this. Oh, sorry, that's for a short rest. Don't worry. I thought that was temporary. It's not. I'm going to stop the story. He stops the story immediately, lags as though he doesn't give a shit, and walks off.
Amazing.
I don't understand the story.
During breakfast, however, Jeeves returns from the library and he's carrying something wrapped in an old dusty cloth, and he says, "Most worrying, sires. I was doing my usual patrol of the library, and somebody had managed to drop something off. We do indeed have some sort of letterbox. I did not know anyone from your realm would know about it. A sort of delivery. It's peculiar.
Right.
It says..." And he just drops the package on the table, like floats along, falls down. He says, "I don't quite know. To open your arsenals would be against my rules. And also immoral."
So efficient.
Cast Detect Magic as a ritual. I'll have a look at it in a minute. Just leave it
It's
there.
glowing with magic beneath the dusty cloth.
Interesting. Well, it's certainly magical. Let me just go and have a look at this, and I'll take it away to somewhere safe and start like slowly peeling away the cloth.
Yeah, so you go to peel it away and roll dex. No, not it. So as you peel it away, you begin to see the red of cloth, the bits of cracked wax over the side. It is Gwandia's mantle.
All right. Finding that, I guess I'll take it and go and hand it off to Alwyn.
All right. Oh,
Well, that's certainly interesting. This came in the parcel?
One. Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
guess she's looking out for you even here.
Maybe so. Maybe it was the other one.
it's covered in wax, all in like bits of it, all in on the fibers. It definitely looks like the dark kind of almost ruined and dusty one that Gwandia from this realm was wearing. The one that your actual father keeps it bright, vivid. You know, he's got that whole fabulous attitude towards fashion, all kind of frills and stuff. So he keeps his pristine.
Well, here's hoping it's not cursed. Chuck it on.
There you go, good sir. That's what it looks like.
All right, let's have a look. See.
A meta mantle. Does this mean we're allowed to meta game now?
No.
that's his ability.
Yeah, you break the fourth wall.
Well, you get 3 more meta magics, yeah?
And while you long rest, you can switch out your meta magics as if you were some sort of super wizard, super sorcerer, sorry. Quite awesome.
The super sorcerer.
Oh yeah, let's get that fantastic image up on the screen for people to see. There you go.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Oh, nice.
That is cool.
Guess I'm going to have to write these in now. Bear with me, chaps.
Still not got careful spell though, which is the one that we all really wanted him to get.
Yeah, but emergency spell is probably the most powerful one there.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Okay, emergency spell is banging, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, ouch! As a reaction, I can cast Disintegrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty powerful.
Todd, do you find that you keep like using the words that the kids use because like you're around them that much?
Oh, what? Like slang?
Yeah, you're picking up the
Literally.
chavvy like
All the time.
it's like banging mate.
Alright, guys.
Being legit, actually, like non-sarcastically, like spend far too much time with children. You do.
Remember that this mansion lasts for 24 hours, so you can spend as much, like up to 24 hours in here. Even after your 8 hours of long rest, you can stay in here, do some more research. You can just rest, relax. It's totally up to you. Do some downtime.
I would like to do more research on looking through the section on the Chandelier King's abilities and seeing if I can find anything regarding his influential powers and if there's a way to break them.
Alright, yeah. Do me a favour then, and either make a history check or an investigation check, either or.
I will go for history because I'm more proficient.
Yeah, no props. Nice. Okay, so you do find nothing about his personal information, but you do find something about the influence of abyssal kings. So you begin prying through that until eventually you come to a weird side paragraph, notes scribbled in by somebody that's not named. Something about on the 7th layer of the abyss, about a candle king or a king of wax and his ability to influence undead specifically. And as you follow that, the notes say that it can be dispelled with powerful magics. But the influence is only momentarily dispelled. On some cases, 1 hour. On some, it just didn't seem to end. On some, it was only minutes. Depending on how powerful he needed to influence said target, depends how long the dispel magic will work for. So if it's powerful, it might work for minutes. If he's not that bothered about controlling that, it may be permanent.
So there's nothing in terms of permanency for breaking the
short
control.
Of a wish spell, you don't really know.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I guess Alwyn will put it to the group if they're willing to assist.
Well, it sounds rather risky and dangerous, and I mean, I understand that this is, well, your father in a way, but still, this is not our reality, and I'm unsure how much we should risk for something we're just here for as a gesture towards Chester, really.
I understand. I wouldn't like to put my life on the line for, well, if I was in your circumstances, to be honest. But I know he's not my father either, but I just can't help but see him that way, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I understand. It must be difficult.
I think it sounds
But,
quite interesting. I would assist.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not doing it for you or the creature you believe to be a father. I think it's a silly notion.
Well, as I said, I know he's not actually my father. I mean, technically, Gwandir is not my father anyway, but I still see him that way. That's the problem.
Did you hit your head, Master Feld?
What do you mean?
It seems like you said you know he's not your father, but you also do not know he's your father. There's a contradiction there.
No, what I said was, I know he's not my father, but then again, the Gwandir from our realm is not my father either. But
so you have less.
That's here nor there. Not really. I mean, he may not actually be my biological father, but he's the man that raised me since I was young.
Well, not this one.
Not this one, no. It's fine. I understand where you're coming from.
Sea's end.
I really, really hate my life right now.
And you see Elsef has made like a checklist, losing eyes, positives, negatives.
So here's an interesting question for you. I'm curious, Alan. Do you prefer like the happy to help, but then drive you nuts attitude that Elsef has, or rather the I might help you begrudgingly, but at least I won't be an ass about it attitude that I'm currently showing?
I'll take yours any day of the week. In fact, I think the best help any of you could give me right now is if you just fucking shot me dead.
And just the Elsef like starts booting up the death machine.
I think there's genuine contemplation in his eye as he weighs it up. Maybe.
Just slowly start inching towards the death machine.
Are you the one with the material plane rod with you could just plane shift out of it, leave them?
Well, when I have plane shift, then yes, I entirely will do that. As soon as that level up hits, plane shift is on the spell list.
I think it's pretty
There
much
I go.
You just need to know to not to levels up now.
Does that come up in conversation?
That
That you have that?
I think it was known anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, like Iktal gave it to you all, like openly. He didn't.
Yeah, we have no reason to stay here other than helping Chester.
Yeah. So if that comes up in conversation again, Nara's might have forgotten about it, much like I did. Well, if that's what we intend to do, then we can just do that.
You know the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Right, fucking give me my 2,000. I'm out of here. In fact, you know what? You can keep it and call it compensation for losing the man on the job.
Now. You will lose the chance to see Master Decker cast a spell that will most likely kill him and cause irreparable damage to reality.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not
sorry
really
about
selling it to me there, lad.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Yes, as are most things that kill people.
Well, specifically Master Decker in this case. But the things that could be learned of Arcana and the Weave itself, just by sacrificing Master Decker on a quest that will lead to his death.
Sounds like a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Well, as
I
it
am in
stands,
the room.
I'm still not quite convinced why we need to go through with this specific part of it. Could you try and perhaps do a better job of selling us on this idea, Master Decker?
What, the idea of going after an infernal candle?
Yes.
No, I can't actually. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. And if he's in my way, I'm going to trot downstairs and grab it.
I don't think he is in your way, Master Decker. I think he just kind of lives here.
Ah, well then no.
It seems like we have decided. Master Macro, do you want to kill the Chandelier King and lose your eyeballs?
I'm nearly dead anyway, mate. However, I really go at this point.
Yet you do seem quite angry every time I point that out.
Yeah.
There is a point for this, though. There is not yet a creature we have faced that we have not been able to vanquish.
Well, yeah, it's just a numbers game at this point, mate. We'll fucking find one soon.
Well, last week we took on 3 Valkyries at once. I don't think that was last week. That was fucking like yesterday.
It was.
Yes, that's generally the case until it's not. That doesn't prove that this will not be the case.
Very well. I will defer to the group.
Creature.
I will
And
travel
once
down.
we did beat them, we did get quite fucked up. I know I felt like shite afterwards.
I only got struck once.
Lucky you.
Very well. I will defer to the group on this matter, of course. And I am, quite honestly, easy either way as long as I get my scroll.
Alright, so do we have any certain way of ascertaining where your scroll is? Seeing as how you're the one looking for it, I assume you have some notion of this?
Yes.
May I interject? Because you were all told that it's possibly in Bilan's castle archives below the palace.
This is why we went this way, wasn't it? Because it was
No,
the way it...
you
wasn't
went this way because you fucked everything up by starting a fight with the High Inquisitor, therefore could not take the safe travel roads.
Roads, yeah.
Yeah, so you took this way, so you weren't attacked by a bajillion drow. So, but you decided to go this way. You were warned about the Chandelier King several times.
Yeah, so my point is I'd rather just travel through here rather than dealing with the Chandelier King if we can just bypass him. Then Naris is all for not having to deal with this extra hurdle any more than we have to.
Sure.
Are we aware if it's possible to travel through here without encountering him?
My thoughts,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've got to say, are we going to definitely intercept him or intercept it, whatever?
You know, it just seems like sometimes we go into a cave one end, and we follow it all the way around to the other end, and at the end there's a big scary piece of shit at the end, and we almost step in it every single time. But we need to step in it in order to get on the other side. In Bard College they call it rails.
It's almost like we're on a predetermined path, I know, when we do keep on running into scary shit. Well, maybe this time it will be different.
And we're a resourceful bunch. You never know. We could sneak past. Use a
didn't
little
expect
skull that way.
Master Decker to have gone to college.
Bard College. Practically a BTEC.
Perhaps for now it's best we just maybe carry on and just see where we end up on the path. If we encounter him, as you say, we could sneak past him, run away. There are options at least.
Yeah, I'm sure we can run past him. He can't be that quick. Yeah, go on. We'll keep forging ahead this way. It will be interesting to see Chester ruin the universe.
Oh yes, I'm not arguing against that, this is not exactly part of that plan as far as I'm...
When does anything ever go to plan?
When
Well,
one sticks to the plan.
As a GM, I'd like to tell you that you can explore the rest of the cave, but there's no other encounters, so the stairs are quite close. You just went a different way than last time. So if you went north instead of south, you could probably find your way.
No, Liam. We're going to explore the rest of this cave.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Be my guest.
I'm going to grab some wax from the little wax storage room that's here once we leave.
Yeah.
Just so I've got a reference point for easier teleportation.
Come back at level 20. I get you.
Oh, well, it's more just, oh shit, we've found the guy and now he's chasing us down. Get the fuck out.
Okay, yeah, so you've all got a long rest. You've got a large chunk of wax as a reference point. You come out here and you realise that the wax around this area is like retreated slightly. Like it's no longer in this area and up the walls and seems to have just be in the tunnel outside.
Okay. I'll be back shortly.
Okay. So where would you guys like to go?
Well,
should we head straight for the stairs then that we missed?
actually, before are we still? Or did we leave the mansion yet, or do we still have time there?
You still have time. You had loads of time.
Okay, I would like to also try and find some information on this supposed location of the scroll. And I don't mean I want to find out where the scroll is. I mean I want to find out what kind of place this is. So,
Okay.
Just some information on Balan's Palace, yes?
Sure. And now I have to find my notes and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you can roll history or... Oh, yeah, well, give me a second to load up my notes.
Sorry, Liam.
No, it's fine. I'm the idiot for not putting it into a handout and having it readily available, and also stop naming my files stupid things so I can find them easily. Apparently I can't find it. Okay, so... Right, yeah, his palace, located... You do find a map of what's known as Ruin. And you see that the central plains are some 300 kilometers squared, and that seems to be where you remember being told that Tarrasque's patrol. And in the center is this icon, like a cross, and next to it, I think there is in Elvish, in kind of drow slang, that kind of dark, horrible language, is known as something called the Purple Blossoms. And you can see it dotted around in icons, and in the center is the Elvish sign for Fortress, and above the Elvish sign for Underdark. That can translate into Drow as many things like Dark Castle, Home, that kind of thing. You're not quite sure what it's really called in Drow, but if you were to go for anything, it could be probably called Underdark Hearth or Underdark Home or something like that.
Okay. And the map, you said, how accurate is that? Does it look like it's...
Yes, you can follow the actual palace to the southeast, and you can see there mountain, like a line of mountains that arc in like a kind of left to right, and under those mountains you see it's got your current location, the nearby city.
Okay.
The nearby city of Undertale. And you can see there's probably about 200 kilometers after you exit this mountain range to the palace. However, there is a sort of key on the right, and you see there's this dotted line that leads all the way around, like the area. And when you follow the dotted line to the right, in Elvish is written the lightning tracks.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll stop bothering you for information and just say to the others, look, there's another option here. I know roughly how to get there. We could just try and get there.
Right. Bit of a risk, but probably less risk than actually making the journey.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Shall we give it a go?
Oh, this is going to be a risky thing, and you know it, right? This is teleport, right?
It is.
Yeah, other world you don't know, with just the map as reference.
Yeah, well, it's 50-ish% chance to not go wrong.
Could
So
we
if it goes
spend some
wrong,
extra
how
time
does it
to,
go?
compare maps, take measurements, make a rough estimate of what's the proper distance?
Yeah, I mean, be good if we could just spend some more time just to try and pool our resources into figuring it out.
I mean, we do have 2 intelligence-based characters.
Sure. So, those of you who are helping can make intelligence checks to try to pool your resources, figure out distances, maybe what the geography will look like nearby, that kind of thing.
Maps
And
are
if
not
you happen
Alfred's expertise.
to know the scrying spell.
Nope.
Afraid not. And apparently I look like fucking Jesus. That's a good roll.
I wish I had Map Maker's tools proficiency, but that's one of the few tool proficiencies I don't have.
Oh man, you don't
But
have
I can make
cartographers.
the tools on a short rest, so we could have those.
You don't have cartographers' tools then,
I can just make them, but I don't have proficiency.
so it's not really going to help you, is it?
I mean,
I'm sure Chastadeka has some sort of proficiency in them.
Yeah, I was just about to check that. To be fair, I keep getting knocked out of the window.
Macro can help weave a basket. We'll pass that. Not much more.
is it an ability check to make the teleport? Because then at least Elsa can give guidance
No,
to it.
it's not an ability
No,
check.
it's not.
My proficiency is in disguise, Kit. I think.
That's also extremely, no.
Useless.
You have
Yeah,
my complete trust.
I don't think I could claim any more familiarity than description in this case. Because that's exactly what it says. A place whose location appearance you know through someone else's description, perhaps from a map. And above that, you need to have viewed once or seen casually, which means visiting a couple of times. So.
Yep, I know. I'm looking at the chart right now. To get there, you'd need to roll between 74 and 100.
Well, I mean, off target's not so bad most of the time.
No.
As long as we don't land in a wall or something.
I mean, that's
What
not
we'll
a
do
mishap.
is we're gonna just land at Balan's fate. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Hello,
God.
we're here to steal your scroll.
And we could
know where
teleport
it
right
is.
into the library. And
Alright,
just
so on the map, by the way, there seems to be some places near these mountain range. There is a farmstead just to the north of it, and to the east of that, there seems to be a there's a circle. It doesn't detail what it is, but it does say that the name of the place is called Shilot Kolar, which is Elvish for drunk house.
And how far away is that?
That seems to be about 100, not even 100 kilometers, maybe about 70 from where.
Oh
you're
yeah,
from
no,
to-
I'm more thinking like maybe 2 away or something. I mean, 70, that's still a hell of a
No, but the farmstead, however, seems to be only about 15. Just right outside the mountain.
Alright. Yeah, aim for that farmstead near those mountains, near those lightning tracks.
Yeah, this is so stupid, but I love it. Let's see how this goes. Alright, are you? Is this happening? Are you casting teleport?
Master Lanierus, my sense of self-preservation makes me tell you that this is by no means a good idea, but my curiosity makes me suggest that we should definitely attempt it.
Yes, I mean, I have considered that. I'm of the opinion that we're currently in a relatively safe place, but we are about to embark willingly on a very dangerous journey, perhaps. And that this is not such a high risk comparison to that, so I think we should take it as it will save us.
This may sound like a strange request, but when you're aiming for this place, put us about 12 feet up if you can.
Sure, that's not generally necessary to teleport. I don't believe the spell actually works in the sense that you need to specify a height. It's more whether you end up at this farmstead or perhaps a different farmstead that looks very similar.
No, but it might be useful if we end up in the wrong place or getting back in a pinch.
Alright. I don't really fancy a 12 drop though.
I can
No,
fly.
it'd probably hurt a little bit, but it'd be worth it, just in case it's the wrong way.
You could hold on to me, Master Lanierus, in case you're afraid of falling. I will float.
Right, I'm not so much afraid as that I just know that it's going to hurt. It's different.
You're afraid of the pain.
No, I'm not afraid. I just don't want it. And with that, he'll start casting the spell.
Oh shit, son. Okay. Roll the D100 and let's see how this goes. Oh fuck! Yes! Well fucking done!
We've skipped half the campaign again.
No, that's fine!
Well, I'm sorry for the unnecessary damage. I'm actually saying that I've got Featherfall as a first level spell, fuck it.
Yeah, alright, so the first thing that happens is, as you cast it, is a whoosh. And it's not like a familiar teleportation spell that you get from your home plane. The teleportation here is kind of colder. Like, instead of that kind of sucking sensation and the being winded, this one you feel like as you pass through the teleportation and are instantly whooshed there, it just feels cold, like you've been doused in frigid snow. And as you come out the other end and go, and just topple from about a 10-foot height, you land. It's like all of you land softly in what feels like wheat or some soft crop. But however, all when you just float to the ground.
Well, I obviously cast it on everyone.
Oh, okay. Then everyone floats to the ground. And there's that moment where you go, all blink, you're like, oh. And as you look up, you are blinded by a light, like bright light. And it's something that you haven't seen in several days. Your eyes are unaccustomed to. You look up at sunlight. And then you...
I'm blind dick.
And then immediately you will hear, intruder alert, intruder alert. And you'll hear... And you look around to see about maybe 5 or 6 iron golems with large glaives drawn, pointing down at you all in a circle.
When you say direct sunlight, wasn't like the entire world slightly dim, like in Mistborn, or is it actual?
It's exactly like Mistborn. Yes, it seems completely dim, like dark, but you can see
so
bright sunlight above you.
Okay, so it's dim sunlight, just like we hadn't seen it because we were underground.
No, it's just sunlight.
Okay, so this place isn't dim.
It's not dark at all. No.
Okay.
And you see, and around you is healthy, living crops, wheat, corn. And then there's a voice. Halt! 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 And someone parts one of the iron golems, a elf of venerable age. Long grey hair tied into single plait. He's wearing what looks like farmer's attire. Some breeches, some more fanciful elvish robes, a cape that hangs about his shoulders. He's sweating underneath a straw hat. There's a holes cut for his ears. And then he holds a stave in his hand. Looks at you all and sees Allwyn. Oh, finally! It's been about a year. Where's Gwandia? Where's the supplies?
There was a bit of trouble on the road, unfortunately.
Well,
I'm sorry to say the supplies aren't here. My apologies.
Saloon's arsehole. We needed those seeds. How are we going to feed everyone? What happened to Gwandia? What happened to you? I requested them last year.
Somewhat waylaid, but you do know that your plants, they produce their own seeds, right?
Yes, but not in this planet they don't. He looks at you confused. I needed Gwandia's magic. They don't germinate properly here. You know this. Wait a minute. And he takes one step back, looks at you all. And the golems take another step forward. They creak. And he goes, who are you all? I'm not that stupid. I used to be an archmage. Reveal yourselves. Dispel any illusions.
There are no illusions.
Look, you can see it's me. I'm Arwen.
Yeah, but you don't actually know anything.
I mean, I was mistaken about the crabs, but I've been through a hell of a time recently. I'm sorry if I'm getting a bit distracted.
Oh, and let me just explain if that's alright.
Sure, go ahead.
You see, this is Alwyn, and we do know Gwandia. But we are perhaps not who you think we are. Not because we're under some form of illusion, but simply because, well, we are from a different planet. You're aware of this.
Oh, should have just said.
Yes, that's what I figured.
You came here with Kroll, right?
In a way, yes. He didn't actually come himself, but...
Oh, he's
He
a
sent
sneaky
us
one.
here.
He's a sneaky Dragonborn. He's around. I sense him. Anyway, if you're from that place, then you're here for Balan?
Not
Yeah,
exactly.
not entirely.
Well, I knew that Kroll would eventually be bringing warriors to assist him, kill him, eventually. It's been some time since I've seen that Dragonborn. Several years now. Comes here, messes some stuff up, gets people killed, fucks off back home. It's the way he operates.
Well, we have a slightly different intention that involves as little killing as possible.
Okay, well, and then he holds out his hands. Welcome to the Spire farmstead. You're more than welcome to stay here as long as possible. He points left, right, and says, we own several kilometers of land here. We use it to farm growable food for the people around. Not those drow, of course. It is a complex venture. I have an archdruid here with me. She will no doubt be angry that you're here, but never mind. I'll talk to her. Stay as long as you want. And he clicks his fingers. The iron golems all stand to attention and he goes, Cat, go back! And they immediately go back to using their glaive to swing along the crops, harvesting them. My name's Adowin Spire. I know you. And he points towards Alwyn. And you look remarkably like Chester, but I'm going to assume that you're not the Chester from this world.
The one and only.
Of course. And the other three?
I'm here as an emissary. I am quite used to, well, planar travel, but this is still a little bit confusing at times.
He narrows his eyes and goes, is that Laneros?
Yes.
You look a little different, but it is you.
I mean, that does happen seasonally. It
Yes.
is me indeed.
You, before all of this happened here, you was here. Not you, perhaps, but the other you.
I'm interested in hearing about that, but I'm also interested in speaking to this druid of yours, if I may.
Sure.
Said she wouldn't be happy to see us, though.
She's
Why
not
is that?
exactly the, well, most druids of this land aren't exactly the nicest since they've lost most of their powers, but she's feisty.
Alright.
Welcome.
Thank
And-
you for your hospitality.
Oh,
It's much appreciated.
I missed you, and he points towards Elzef. You are...
Oh, I noticed that you missed me, but I was uninterested in giving you my name.
Honestly, I appreciate the truth. Come on, known. Anonymous, follow me.
You'll have no problem with her if you do.
And he leads you towards a small but modest farmstead towards in the centre of these fields. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Alright.
Oh, well done of teleporting the fuck out of that dungeon. Jeez. Anyway, we'll be back next week for episode 72. See what everyone uncovers at the farmstead and who this moody druid